Hello again, this is Scott from Astro Northwest. I just thought I'd do a little follow-up on my Pegasus Focuser installation. I was having some issues the other night, the first time I had it out, because the Focuser adapter was didn't fit my shaft. I either had one that was too small or too big. I'm talking about this little blue adapter in here. You can see it right there. I'm using my flashlight. So what I did is I took one that's too small for the shaft on the telescope, which is to the left there, and I drilled it out to the size of my shaft and then tightened it on there, and it seems much happier now. The other issue I was having was, especially with the telescope pointing up where it was lifting the whole optical train up and down, it was twisting quite a bit, a lot more than what I felt like would last very long. So I put this little bar in here, and you can see right here, it's I was able to buy a already anodized aluminum bar from McMaster Car, and I bolted it to the bracket right down here, and then I bolted it to my base plate for the telescope, and that now it keeps it from twisting, and then my little focus knob for tightening the focus right there is not holding all of the twisting force all by itself. In fact, it's not holding any of it. The whole twisting motion now is stopped by this bar. So it's an 1/8 inch by an inch. Doesn't weigh much of anything, and it really helps this thing to stay put and not twist when I operate it. So that's good. I'm also gonna put an extension pier between my mount and my new Ioptron tripod, because even at whatever that is, a foot of clearance, this still makes contact with that when it's pointed straight up and turning. So I crashed it the other night. Luckily, it didn't really do anything, and my clutch let go on the CEM60, and so it basically it didn't do any damage, but it's very unnerving. It's not a good thing to have your telescope run into your stand. So anyway, I'm going to be up another 8 inches in the air, which is cool because now I won't have to lay on my back to get down and look at where I'm aimed at. I still don't have a solution for putting a finder on this thing. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If I put it here and this thing is pointing straight up, I'll still be down about this high, trying to look up this way through it. So that's not going to work either. So I think it will have to be something that will go somewhere up here. And I don't want to put a tail rat on it because they're huge and ugly. And there's really nowhere else to put one up in that location. There is a screw on the side of the mount right here that I could tap into and put something on there, but I don't know. That's not that great of a solution either. So maybe I can order a double scope mount and have my guide scope and my finder scope on like some sort of an offset bar or something together that goes onto the handle. So if anybody has any other ideas on how to do that, I'd love to hear them, because I really don't have a good solution yet that that wouldn't detract from the look of the thing. And I know that's a little vain, but gosh, it's a pretty telescope. I don't want to muck it up with a bunch of ugly looking tail rads and stupid stuff like, home built aluminum plates and all that kind of stuff. I was a little reticent to even use this little bar, but I did find one that was black anodized. So that was okay. It hides under there pretty good. But I guess that's the problem when you have a telescope. You like the appearance of it, and you don't want it to look too junked up with other stuff. I know people don't buy into that, and they just use what works, and that's good for them. Nothing against that. Maybe one of these days I'll have this thing covered with all kinds of stuff and rubber bands and duct tape and who knows. But for now, I want to keep it pretty. Okay, well, that's all I have for now. Oh yeah, there was one other thing, and I'm gonna have to shorten up my USB cable. I think maybe now I've got about a 45 or a 50 footer. I think maybe if I go half that length, I have a lot less trouble losing my cameras and the software crashing and stuff, because it really does not like to go 50 feet on a USB cable for some reason. So I don't know, maybe I can get some kind of an amplifier for it, or I'll check it out. But the immediate solution will be just to get like a little 10 footer and use my telescope outside with my computer on a table out there until I get this thing figured out. But I would like to get shooting some objects here. I'm really looking forward to getting some galaxies with this thing. All right, now I'm really done. Hope everybody has a good Memorial Day, and we will see you later. If you like what you saw, go ahead and thumb me up, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.